How are you today? Today is it's the 25th of August, and we're doing a little bit of a switch from yoga, ziplining to yoga. And I am gonna grab the Padlet to see what images we have, and also pull you up on my other screen so I can see who is here with us today. I figured we would do yoga together as a little form of exercise, and it is Upside Down Friday, so we'll be drawing these upside down. Let me just put my phone on Do Not Disturb and need to go in to get the images. How is everybody? Good morning, Sarah. How are you? Are you ready to draw some yoga with us all? Yesterday was a lot of fun. Okay, here is the image that we have. We have this image, which I think will be really great to draw upside down. And then we have, that was added by me. And then we have this image as well, tree pose, which is fun. I just want to concentrate on the other one. I think it'll be a little bit more complex with colors, etc., and fun to draw upside down. You could also pull out a whole bunch of yoga poses, probably from Google, or you could go onto Unsplash and get some yoga poses, or you could look in the mirror and draw yourself whilst doing a yoga pose in the mirror in your sketchbook. Janice, have you done your yoga? I know that Janice she does yoga every morning. Hi Meryl, good morning. Hi C, good morning. Hello Marianne, good morning. Meryl and C, did you want to get together this afternoon around 1 or 1:30 to for our Paint Your Heart and Soul, seeing as you're both here, and I know that you guys always show up for that? If you want to, I can do a 1:30 this afternoon. C says yes. Okay, wonderful. You have done your yoga. Good for you. I need to get started. I always say, I'm going to start doing yoga. Then I come straight down here with a coffee and just like I've been sorting out subscription plans. I didn't realize that I hadn't cancelled my subscription from my Mamas and Chicks market, and so I paid an extra, I don't know how much it is, $300 for the year Canadian for this subscription. There's a lot to think about, like when you have all these different things. I focus on my Blue Shine Art, and then that just slipped away when I said I'm not doing that anymore, and I didn't tie everything up. So there's a lot to think about. Meryl says yes, 1:30. Okay, great. Good morning, Louise. Okay, it's Louise's birthday. Happy birthday, Louise. Woohoo! Sorry I didn't get to the group chat in time, but happy birthday, Louise. I was waiting to see if you would come on, but that's so nice that you've come on for your birthday. I hope it's the same Louise. It is the same Louise, isn't it? It is my birthday, she said. Thank you. Is that why you went to London for a birthday treat? We're going to do a couple of warm-up exercises. It's Upside Down Friday, so this image is the one I'm going to be working from. I know there are a lot more simple images, and you can pull up different images if you want, but I love this one, how there's a lot of color in it. It reminds me of my virtual art retreats where we tackle any image and every image, and yeah, that's coming up. So if you want to sign up for that, we are going to Australia, we are going to Mexico, Canada, and the East Coast. We're going to be visiting Maine and Boston and North Carolina and Portland. Yeah, so we're going to be going all over and all over Canada as well. Okay, let's do a continuous line drawing of this one just to start off, and then we will get, okay, I need to, yeah, I went upside down. C says, happy birthday, Louise. And Marion says, happy birthday. And Meryl says, happy birthday, Louise. And Louise says, thanks, everyone. You're such a lovely group. They are such a lovely group. C says, Maine. Yes, of course, Maine. Esty says, happy birthday, Louise. Everybody give a thumbs up for Louise. I want to see how many thumbs up we can get today. All right, we're going to do let's do a 3-minute continuous line. I bought some new Sharpies. I don't know how they are on this paper, so I'm going to see. And I just want to tell you what I've been cleaning up my studio, and I have found, actually I misplaced it. This is a book that Jennifer Caballeros from California, from Santa Monica area, she makes these books herself. And it's a book where she reuses papers and she adds them. These are my drawings from a meet from Beth, which I've added in here. It was a meet that I did. And then she's got like all kinds of papers in here. She's done some jelly plates. She's got some craft papers, some architectural papers, some bright, beautiful colored papers. So there's lots of different papers, which I really love. I just bought a subscription to Zoo Life, which was recommended by Beth. If you love animals and you can't get to the zoo as much as you want to get to the zoo, which reminds me, can't wait to hear about your zoo experience this week. There is a app called Zoo Life. Beth has a coupon code, so don't go and purchase it without going and having a look at Beth's Substack, because she has written a little, I think she's an affiliate of Zoo Life now, so she's working with them because she does do a lot of animal-based drawings. Anyway, she's got a coupon code. So Beth Spencer Art, go to her, message her, ask her how to get on. But what I'm going to do is, because I bought the subscription, I haven't really done anything with it, I am going to do an animal a day in my Jennifer Caballeros sketchbook using different mediums. So that's something, a private, like a little daily that I'm going to be doing. I always like to have a little bit of a daily other than this morning's daily, so it's just I've dedicated that sketchbook to that now, so I'm going to do that every day. Anyway, oh, C says it's raining, the zoo is closed. If it rains, the zoo gets closed, but the animals, they're in the rain. Oh, I guess they don't really come out, do they? All right, let's get started. Sorry, enough talking. 3 minutes, everybody. Your 3 minutes starts now. And if you've already done this, then you can just take a breather. I'm sorry, see, that it didn't happen. Continuous line drawing just means that you are keeping your pen on the page. Ooh, it's Friday today. You know what's happening today? Oh, that's at 2. Okay, Meryl and C, is it possible to meet you at 1? Only because there is the Good Life. There is the Good Ship illustration, and they have a art camp at, I mean, we could do it together. That's a possibility too. We don't have to have them. We can have them on in the background, and we can do it together if you want. But that's at 2, so I'm wondering if we can meet at 1 and then we can just switch over to that. It's up to you guys. I don't really want to miss it because they haven't been on recently, have they? And I know that Helen Stevens has a Substack as well, and Beth is going to be on with Helen next Monday, but you have to be subscribed to Helen Stevens to watch Beth. There's a lot of legs and arms here. Multiple arms. It's a little bit crazy. I'm just drawing what I see, not making anything too complicated. You still have 49 seconds left. 3 minutes is incredibly long when you're doing something like this. I'm going to get the other figure in here. I can't see her head because the page is cut off here. The nice thing about doing continuous line is that you really do make relationships between where things are located on your page. It's not just about trying to figure out how to draw a limb. It's more about negative space. All right. Good morning, Maria. How are you? What was the switch over? Oh, 1 o'clock. So meet at 1 o'clock. The switch over is to go to the Good Ship Illustration they have art club today at 2 p.m. I think it's at 2 p.m. Eastern. It usually is. Okay, so there is my continuous line drawing for today's 25th of August, which is Louise's birthday. Happy birthday again! If you're just joining and you didn't know, it is Louise's birthday today. All right. Right, oh, it does go through. Well, that's not very nice, is it? That means this one has to be a, or on this page, I will probably do a collage so that I can stick something over the top, and that one as well. Oh, gouache may go over it, but it also may bleed through, so I'm just going to skip a page. And if you're just joining, it's Upside Down Friday, and we are doing some yoga poses. I'm just going to do a, I think a 10-minute color blocking for this one. Is anybody up for a color blocking? This is where I love my Neo colors and how they just have every color that I need. But then I do also have the fluorescent markers, which would be very good as well. Maybe I'll do a mix of both. All right, I'm going to give you 10 minutes for this. We'll ease into this morning. Let's get the fluorescents out. I do like the fluorescents. I even found a fluorescent little pouch for them, which was my daughter's, but she wasn't using it, so I thought I'd use it. All right, I'm going to look at the shapes and just be very, very simple with them. Did anybody do, I know that Meryl did anybody else do the visual arts passage last night? That worked better, didn't it, Meryl? The hashtag. At least we could see everybody's. I thought it was good. Jen, good morning, Jen. Not drawing art, but hanging out with friends while I work. Ah, lovely. Lovely, lovely. My kid has her first day at school today. First day back at school. Not first day of school, but first day back. I think she's pretty excited. Okay. I'm gonna do his skin color. There's a few different colors, but I'm just looking at the shapes. I want to try and keep the light. Okay, so this is where you have to be very observant about where these colors come or lie in your image. Like, for example, his elbow is lower down than his, like in the picture, or it's higher up. I guess we could say higher up than his shorts. So I'm going to put that in there. It's supposed to just be color blocking, so I'm trying not to do any lines, just blocking in the colors. Although I did do a line for the shorts. You know what I mean. Trying not to I'm trying to really look at the shapes, that's what I'm trying to say. And not so much the outline of something. I want to try and capture the volume of the color. Now, his leg over here is, oh, I picked up the wrong one, is definitely not pink. So I'm going to do it actually yellow. And let's make the back of his arm yellow as well. And the back of his arm here. In front of his, there we go. Yes, it's senior year, Jen. Crazy. Maria says they canceled school today because of the storms, tornadoes last night. Uh-oh. There was a lot of rain here. We didn't get tornadoes, I don't think. I didn't see any warnings. Did you have any come through, Maria? Okay, there's a little bit of a blue back here, which is the same color as his shorts, so I'm going to add it with this color. Which now, looking at what I'm doing, it's the wrong blue that I picked up, so it doesn't really matter. I just want to get the colors in. Okay, so the hand was lower down, or larger maybe than I thought it, or had put it there. Okay. I know that this does get confusing for some of you, but honestly it's a really good exercise for you just to look at certain and specific colors and their shapes and not not overthink the whole image. Like when I look at this image, I'm just seeing shapes and colors. I don't even, and because it's upside down, I'm not even concerned about what it is. Okay, I'm going to also do over here, I know it's not purple, but I'm working with the colors that I've got. So when you only have a certain amount of colors, you have to then start you have to start thinking about values as well. Can you guys hear me okay, by the way? Only because somebody mentioned in a comment, I think it was them, which is totally like understandable, but they said, is there any way to get you louder? I mean, I feel like I'm talking quite loud because it's coming through my phone. I don't know if there's a way to, I don't know if I had my earpiece in, would that help? I'm not sure, but she said it wasn't very loud and that she could hardly hear me. Just let me know, like if it's not very loud, I'm gonna have to figure out another way of recording. I know that there's a volume button on YouTube and there is also a volume button on your computer, so I'm not sure if she didn't have both of them turned up. Louise says, I can hear you, and C says, yes, today is good, often it's a challenge. Sorry. Maria says, not in my city, but the wind was so loud and the alarms were on for quite a bit early this morning. Alarms? Like alarms like in the city for tornadoes? Maria says, I can hear you, but sometimes I have to turn the YouTube volume and my computer volume up. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if there's maybe a volume button that I can adjust within YouTube, like for recording purposes. I'm gonna check it out. I'll see. I will have a look. I'm trying to be a little louder. All right. You still have 1 minute left. We really haven't done too much in this 10 minutes. This Talons paper is probably not that good. I've been thinking of the Ohuhu pad for a while because I'm like, maybe it's much better for, it must be better for markers, right? Because this Royal Talons, like it really does soak up the marker. You don't get a nice flow. You kind of have to go very slow. Tornado alarms. Okay, so how do the tornado alarms go off? Do they go off on your phone? Do they go off on your radio? Do they go off on, can you hear them outside? Like, I know that we have a system set in place for Amber Alerts that go off on your phone, on your TV. I guess maybe that, is it just on your phone that it comes up, Maria? Okay, that's your 10 minutes. That was not long, was it? I did not get much done for 10 minutes. Okay. Maybe I'll work over the top of this, but using a different medium to try and add something to it. Phone and huge alarms throughout the city. That is scary. I mean, it is hurricane and tornado season, but we don't want them up here. Definitely don't want them up here. Okay, I'm going to continue with another 10 minutes. I know it's not super exciting today, but I've done so much like brain computer stuff this morning and trying to figure stuff out, and paying bills for my daughter's school. Like, it's a public school, but you still have to pay for like uniforms and art art programs and dance programs, and so I'm like, I need to get that done before she goes to school so that she's not coming back today going, you didn't pay for this, you didn't pay for that. So I was doing all that. So today is just a relaxing upside down day. If you have more images that you want to be working on, absolutely go ahead. But I'm just relaxing into my yoga upside down stretching. And I'm going to continue with some, or maybe I'll do like a 5-minute instead of a 10-minute. I'll do a 5-minute, let's pause this or stop this, a 5-minute in, what should I do it in Neocolors. Still color blocking, so I'm still color blocking and working on shapes. Maria says phone and huge, oh okay, I already read that. And C says I'm signing up for new classes by the end of the month. Excited for them. Yay, I'm so excited too. I need to speak to you a little bit about where to visit on the East Coast. I have made a huge list. Do you want to hear some of the places? Oh, do I have it? I think I have it in the back of this book. No, I don't. Where do I have it? Where did I put it? Let me just double check. I think I may have put it in the back of this book. Oh no, I know where I put it. I have sketchbooks everywhere. I have, oh my gosh. If you're like anything like me, you guys, you have books for everything that you're like, I'm going to put this in this book and I'm going to keep this in this book. And then you're like, which book did I put it in? Okay. I've been making, I've been doing notes and getting ready for my classes. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. C, you can listen to this because you're East Coast. Oh, hang on, who else is East Coast? We have some East Coasters. We have quite a few East Coasters up here, don't we? On here. Sarah, you're East Coast, aren't you? You Maryland? Okay, purple. I need blue for her shorts. So I've got, so these are just ideas for locations. And then I need to look into like food and traditions and everything like that. So I've got Blue Ridge Parkway, Virginia. I've got Highlands, Cashiers Plateau. I've got Buffton in South Carolina. Acadia National Park in Maine, Siassenset, Nantucket, Cumberland Island in Georgia, Brooklyn Botanical Gardens, Yale University, Vermont's Covered Bridges, what else do I have? Block Island in Rhode Island, Portland Observatory, Commercial Street, Portland, Casco Bay, Acadia National Park, Lake Winnipesaukee, New Hampshire, Boston, Maine, Salem, Massachusetts, Martha's Vineyards, Philadelphia, Charleston, Savannah, lighthouses, lobster fishing, fishing boats. What am I missing? Excellent with Acadia. Okay. Bonjour, bonjour. Yes, it's Upside Down Friday. How are you, Alexandra? Alexandra, I love, every time I see your little birds, I love seeing them. They're beautiful. So we're just color blocking. It's a very relaxed morning this morning, by the way. And I'm just using the same image. I'm changing the colors a little bit because I realized that I put the wrong color in for that one, but that's okay. They don't have to be the exact colors. This is just an exercise which is fun, but you're looking at shapes, which is also very good exercise for your visual learning in your art practice. So a little bit of pink back here. You don't necessarily have to understand what you're drawing when you're doing something like this, because it's just all about, like I said, shape and form and color. But the color doesn't even have to be exactly the same as what you're seeing either. Okay, so that was 5 minutes of the Neocolors. Now, do I switch? Maybe I'll switch and just go over and do some line with a 14B. I have 3 little 14Bs here, all different sizes. I'm sure they feel the same. So, see, you think I've got enough there? I need to speak to you a little bit about like traditions and things like that when I see you this afternoon. All right, let's do another 5 minutes. We're just putting timer there so that I can switch and do and look at. See, I'm not sure if there's lines on my iPad, and I'm not sure if it's because of the crack or on the image. Now I'm just gonna switch and do some line. I think you can arrive at some very interesting images when you're doing something like this. Maybe I do line, but I don't go over. I just put it in areas which I haven't added anything yet. Does that make sense? Which is a very long arm. I think if you detach yourself from trying to figure out what things are, I think it can turn out to be better sometimes. C says ink, okay. Ink, okay. Or maybe, oh, maybe she meant just to say okay. All right, let's have a look. There are definitely more arms around here. Who is ready to move on to September? I'm kind of ready. I know that we have a week more of prompts for the summer one, but I'm really ready to start doing some landscapes and portraits. I am making that Padlet today, and I will link it into our Patreon for next month. So if you come up with any specific landscapes images from those countries, or if you visited any of those countries and you want to add some landscapes, that would be pretty cool. And then also thoughts on women artists as well. Think of that from those different countries. Maybe you know of an artist that you want to feature for that day. I'm not quite sure whether I want to do everything in the sketchbook or like last year, sorry, put them on individual pieces of paper or card. I kind of like the individual pieces of paper only because this way if I want to give away or sell any of the work, because I know that you may not be able to finish a half an hour landscape in the morning, but you may want to finish it at a later date, so it may be a nice idea to do it on an individual piece of paper or card. Okay. Did I extend that 5 minutes, or was that just 5 minutes in line drawing? Ink is Noops. No, I want a bit more summer. Oh, okay. And C says, and I want daylight to last longer. Love artists and portraits. Okay, so this is the image that we're working from, just so you know and you can see. So there's a lot of, I was going to say casino, chaos. Here is a little bit, it's not very clear. And there's a lot of arms back here that if I was to do it right side up, I know that I would be focused on all those arms. But when I'm upside down, I really don't focus on too many of those. All right, I'm going to do another image, and it's going to be a 10-minute color blocking, but just with, I think I'll do it with gouache actually, because I did get water out, so I'm going to do a gouache just in the small sketchbook. I was going to do a big one in the big sketchbook, but I think I just want to do a smaller one. See, is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. I really need to clean my gouache because it is a little bit messy and it's very difficult to get clean color. So what I'm going to do is, instead of going to the sink, I'm going to just take a couple of wipes and just clean my palette a little bit. Only because there are bright colors in this image. Like, I wouldn't mind so much if, you know, if I was doing a cityscape or whatever and I need these muted tones, but I think it's time to clean this puppy up. And then I need to spray it slightly. I'm just looking, where's my spray bottle? I see it over there. So Louise, what are you up to today? Seeing as it's your birthday, what are you doing on your birthday? Celebrating your, how old are you, 25? We have another birthday tomorrow. Whose birthday is it tomorrow? Tomorrow is Gory's birthday. Ooh, I wonder if she'll join us for an early morning meet. Gory, if you're listening to this, we have an 8 a.m. meet tomorrow morning. I know it's early. Meryl, I know it's early. I just figure we would get up and get part 2 of London done so that you can get on with your day. I like early. But I know it's also early for West Coasters, so I apologize for that. Louise says, no plans today. Looking after the boys and maybe a takeaway pizza later. Perfect. Sounds like fun. I know, you had your birthday getaway in London. Alright. Well, I just spent 5 minutes cleaning my palette. See, look, I've got white on here as well, which is definitely valuable when it comes to painting with gouache. Now, I should really just use water for this, but I'm gonna just clean that one up a little bit. Oh my, that's dirty. Okay, I'm gonna spray and spray. And I'm gonna spend the rest of the time, which is, I'm gonna put my timer on for 15 minutes and set that so that I can, should I do a big one or a small one? Maybe I'll do a big one. I like changing my mind. Okay, this way, I need to turn it this way. I just sprayed this, this one. See how much darker it got? It does change the color slightly. And that was with just hairspray, and that's Neocolors, but now it doesn't move around. So Jen says it's Gilia's birthday on Tuesday. We are celebrating this weekend, complete with my oldest daughter. Oh, lovely. Hang on, she's at school now already. Is she enjoying it, Jen? Okay. I'm going to get the orange on first. And looking at how big it should be, if I make a little note where the middle is of the whole, oh, this is not the right orange, but anyway, it doesn't have to be exact. Really doesn't. I need to make everything bigger now, because I have gone over to a larger page. So again, I'm color blocking, just looking at the shapes. And while I have this color in my hand, I'm going to see if there's anywhere else that I can add it. Well, on his arm, there's like a reflection of this color, so I'm going to put that on. And then down here on his arm, there is a little bit. So I'm going to put that on too. And on the arms in the distance too, I can just, this is not the best brush. I know it's a gouache brush and it's great for like big areas, not very good for smaller areas. Right, over here there is a shape. Make it a little bit bigger. And over here, there is the mirror image shape. Jen says she seems to be, though, wearing layers so she doesn't freeze in her dorm. Oh yes, you said. Now, is that just in general everywhere is cold, or is it just because Dulcie doesn't like the cold, or she gets cold very quickly? Maybe they just have to keep it cool for the whole building. Alright, I'm going to get some of this color in here. There are arms and limbs that are within this space. Like I said, not the best of brushes. I think it just needs a really good clean so that I can get it shaped back. Oh, Jen says one roommate keeps it cold and Dulcie gets cold easily. Oh, that's good that they can adjust it by themselves, but not good that, you know, she's not. Is she telling her roommate that she's too cold? Like, can't they come to a happy medium? I mean, I say that, but I'm trying to imagine if my daughter would actually say anything, or she would just like be like, all right, well, I guess it's cold. I guess it's not. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm sure she could say, you know, I'm freezing. All right, I'm getting the darker values in now. Just keeping it pretty abstract. And very loose. Jen says, I'm not sure how it's being worked out. I'm sure you'll hear about it this weekend. Is she enjoying her course? Okay, need some brighter blue for this lady over here. And I'm just looking where approximately this should be, and I should have done it a lot lighter. A growing opportunity. Yes, it is. She's excited. Oh, when did classes start? I thought they'd started already. Okay, another figure there, and then we have quite a lot of pink in this image, so I'm going to try and get all the pink in. Still a bit muddy, my colors. I guess it's gouache. It's not acrylic gouache. I do forget sometimes that I'm not using acrylic gouache, and acrylic gouache is just so bright, and whereas gouache is a little more on the duller side, a little bit more muted. Today's 1 week of classes. Okay. Okay, I am going to get some beige in. Just block that in. Maybe go a little bit lighter. We have 6 minutes left. Even the floor is quite beige. I need to put a mat in over here. There's a lot of colors in between here. I think people and figures that I haven't really added. And then we also have a mat here, which I haven't added. And then some figures over here. All right. How's everybody doing with theirs? Are you doing a large piece, or are you doing your own thing this morning? Tell me what you're up to. Oops, I forgot to put his leg in. Do you want this to be a little bit lighter? I think also changing the water would probably help make it a little bit brighter. To get a mat in here. And some skin tones. I don't know why the white doesn't activate as well as it should. Okay, so that is not a good skin tone. Okay, I need to pull out some more white. Definitely. And maybe I should change my water too. And that makes a huge difference as well. Okay. That is on my list today to get. I wonder if Michael's has any. They never seem to have any white gouache. I have a problem with that. Where do you guys get your white gouache from? Amazon or Blix or Jackson's? Where do you guys go? Okay. This is extremely rough. Why is there a fruit fly in my room? Oh, it's that time of year. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I came across 2 cicadas on the sidewalk yesterday when I was walking Piper. 2, not just 1, 2. That means there's a lot more around if they're just hanging out on the sidewalk. 2 cicadas. I've never seen a cicada in Canada before. Actually, a friend of mine from Chile, or a co-worker of my husband who used to work with my husband, she, and I still have it in the fridge, she gave me a cicada from Chile. She brought it back with her because she was like, they are so cool. Next time I go to Chile, I'm going to bring one back for you. So she got me a cicada from Chile and I still have it. I didn't take the ones I found yesterday home with me because they were still alive. But if you follow me on Threads, I put the photos of the cicadas there. Okay, it's a little rough. Everybody, it's a little rough. This is the image, the original image, and this is, but you get the sense of perspective, right? You know that they're people and they are there. And I promise you, with a little bit of attention and detail, this could come out to be like a good yoga drawing. And this one is also the other one that we did. And the line drawing. So we didn't do too much today, but you can see by just working through one image and working upside down that you could get kind of like a painting going. I think it's I love this way of working. I know that some of you find it a little bit overwhelming, but I like it without having to be bothered about getting all the proportions right, and really it's just a relationship between colors and shapes, and I really like it. So and I don't mind how loose it is either. Now then, after this, then I would go in probably with like a darker orange and just add, you know, add your contrasts and your values and really make sure that, you know, shapes are what they should be. And maybe add, you know, some brighter colors as well. That's not bright enough. That's not bright enough either. You have to add something like that to get some lights, and that needs to be drying. But yeah, just to add a little bit more detail. I know, very loose, but I just needed something very, very loose this morning. C said, I did the other yoga photo with a new to me gouache. Ooh, interesting. Louise says, I'm color blocking with Neocolors still. It's been a fun image. Good. I'm glad you like it. I love tackling busy images like this. I really do. I know that some of you have done my virtual art retreats, and we've done things like upside down images of markets, and then you turn them around and you're like, whoa, and you got so lost in the process, but then when it turns around and it's like a big surprise, which I love. Amazon is where Alexandra gets her white gouache from. Louise says, thank you for the birthday wishes. Have to dash to feed people. Bye, Louise. Happy birthday. And Meryl says, Ivan, hear them outside. Ivan, hear that. You have them here outside? Yeah, I'm sure that, but we don't usually get them up here in Canada. It's weird. Jen says, local art store for white gouache. I also liked Jerry's Artorama. Okay. Well, I hope you all have a good day. Paint your heart and soul, people. I will see you at 1 o'clock. Don't forget, it is the Good Ship Illustration Art Club today at 2 p.m. Eastern, I believe. Let me just double check, because if it's earlier, I'm not going to be happy, or I'm not going to be very popular with you guys. Let me just double check, because I got an email today. Good Ship Illustration. It is at 7 p.m. English time. So yes, that's 2 p.m. 2 p.m. for the Good Ship Illustration. See you at 1. See you at 1. And Meryl says, I can hear cicadas. They're loud. I love cicada sound. I have that sound in my ears all the time, you know. I have tinnitus. Or how do they say it in England? They say it differently. Anyway, I have little cicadas in my ears all the time. They're very comforting, but they do get annoying sometimes. See you at 1, C. See you at 1, Meryl. And Maria, see you soon. Bye, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.